Welcome to another episode of Boxing I Got It, that you know, the channel that's not on a payroll and can pretty much say what it wants. Let's get it in. So, I just saw the news. It broke out a couple hours ago. Diego Pacheco, just broke his relationship, trainer / manager relationship with Benavidez Sr. He's no longer going to be working with him as a trainer and as a manager. Now, this comes a little out of left field in a way, because Diego has been looking good in his fights. He's still undefeated. He's in a good position. And he still has, according to the news, he still has 2 fights under the contract with Benavidez. But Benavidez let him go freely. No illness between them, I'm guessing. But yeah, that's basically what came out. Now, what I find very interesting is, I want to say maybe like a year and a half ago, Valenzuela also separated from Benavidez Sr. And also there's a lawsuit. Now, according to the lawsuit, Benavidez Sr. was supposedly taking most of Venezuela's purse. Dude was seeing no money, and he wanted out of that contract, he wanted out of that relationship, and he also wanted some of his money back. I don't know the results of that case. I try to look up some information to see if there was a resolution, and there wasn't, at least to my knowledge. So that kind of brought up a few questions. Now, I personally don't think that the separation between Diego and Benavidez has to do with his training ability. I think it has to do with his manager abilities. Now, in the past, I actually got the pleasure to interview Benavidez Sr. It was in Spanish, so if you speak Spanish, go ahead, check that interview out. And in that interview, I recall him in a couple of different occasions mentioning that, he comes from the streets, that he comes from nothing, barely any schooling, stuff like that, that he's from a very humble beginning, which that I respect, no problem with that. But maybe that has something to do with his manager side of it. Now, because you guys know, on the manager side of these things, there's a lot of paperwork. There's a lot of contracts. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. There's a lot of legal stuff that needs to be done, that needs to be resolved, and that contracts needs to be made, and a whole lot of different stuff that maybe, just maybe, I'm like I said, this is speculations. I'm not pointing no fingers or nothing. Maybe, Benavidez Sr. is just not too good in that area. Maybe he's not good at securing fights. Maybe he's not good at getting his boxer fights. So that could be the situation. I personally don't think, like I said, it's a training situation, because Pacheco's been winning. He's been looking good. I don't think that should be an issue. I don't see that any reason why he should separate in that sense. But I could definitely see a few things going wrong in the manager side. So let me know what you guys think. That is basically my opinion on the whole thing. I personally think that, Benavidez Sr., with all due respect, is not a great manager. Maybe doesn't know how to secure fights. Maybe he doesn't know all the ins and outs of everything. And Pacheco is just trying to look out for his best interests, and so was Venezuela. But let me know what y'all think. Leave the comments. Hit the like button. Ya ustedes saben. Sigan al garete. Peace.
Te tiene con las nalgas haciendo gárgaras, porque se trata de es un video diciendo que usted es un mamabicho.